Natasha,
Debbie,
show.
the show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way.
Hi. Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show. That's right. I said I'd be in some of the videos, and here I am. Surprise, surprise. And today,
I'm not even going to talk. That's just a big surprise.
it's a food video. We're going to watch it about food, so that's why I'm here.
Well, yep, no, that's not untrue. Welcome, guys. If you like the content on the channel, please hit the like button and
Also consider subscribing. It's absolutely free.
come on, hit the like button. Debbie's here.
Come on.
All right, so you brought up food. What are we
I
watching?
did bring up food. We are going to take a look at US versus UK Chinese takeout. I love Chinese food.
Oh, I like it too.
Natasha likes it. It just doesn't quite like her as much.
I was going to say, yeah, I can't eat it often because, yeah, I sweat a lot and then want to cry. And also, I apologize for this shirt. It has a mind of its own. So if your little pee-pee show wasn't intentional,
Uh-huh.
you know it's not.
Who believes that one?
It's just, yeah,
Teasing.
I was going to say, you know it's not intentional.
I sneak out quite a bit for Chinese food.
Wait, what?
Chinese buffet. In
Whoa!
fact, for lunch.
For how long?
Just occasionally.
Like, how long has that been going on?
I don't know, maybe a year.
You want to know why our relationship ended?
You don't like Chinese food, and she doesn't like buffets. So I go myself.
Because that's just wrong. It's gluttonous. I can't, people aren't meant
You
to
don't have
eat
to
like
eat that
that.
much.
All you can eat buffets.
Too
Is
little.
that even a thing outside of the US? I want to know. Okay, enough. Really? Okay, we'll come back to that. All right, whatever. So I've heard a little bit about the differences between the Chinese food here in the US and the UK, but not much. How different can it be? It's Chinese food, and I'm standard girl. I always order the same thing. Chicken fried rice. Sometimes egg foo young. I don't know if you have that or if there's a different name for it. I know you have it in Australia, but it's like an egg omelet or something. And you usually order, well, you eat chicken fried rice too.
I change it up a lot.
Yeah, I don't.
Chicken fried rice is good. I love the little Mei Fun noodles.
Mei Fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't like coconut shrimp, but Chinese coconut shrimp, love it.
What? Who are you?
It doesn't taste like coconut.
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of different things. I just typically order the same. So having said that, this is a longer episode, and there is a fly in here. Sorry. But I want to know the difference between the US and the UK's Chinese food.
We wanted to find out all the differences between Chinese takeout in the US and the UK.
How many of us are going to go get Chinese food after this?
I wish we had Chinese food now.
Yeah. Yeah. We're recording this at 1:30 in the morning, so we're not going to be able to.
Not till lunch.
This is Food Wars. Here are all the menu items you'll find in a UK Chinese takeaway that you might not find in the US.
Here is all of the Chinese takeout we got at our local spot that you might not be able to find in the UK.
We'll start with the appetizers. In the UK, it's pretty common when you order a Chinese to order a few starters and you kind of eat them alongside your meal. One thing to point out, almost all of these are beige, and I think that's going to be a bit of a theme as we go throughout this episode. A lot of British Chinese food is just kind of beige fried stuff, and we love it. We'll start with an exception to the beige rule with crispy seaweed. It's actually got a misleading name because this isn't
I would eat
seaweed.
that.
It's shredded cabbage,
You would not.
which is then deep fried. It's
Wait.
always aggressively salty.
cabbage?
Sometimes you get a little bit of kind of like fish flakes sprinkled on top. I think this one is basically just fried cabbage with some salt powder on it.
I would try that.
When we had a Chinese takeaway at home, it would pretty much be the only green thing on our plates.
And here's what we got for our exclusive
Remember, this is pretty
appetizers.
beige too, though.
Starting with the steamed dumplings.
No.
That's
No.
so good.
Don't tell them.
Yes.
Stop it. No.
I have a huge problem with dumplings. Huge.
Debbie, stop.
Huge.
Don't do it.
I've never even eaten them. But we watched some stupid B-rated
It was a great movie. It was a Chinese
Z-rated
horror movie.
Yeah, it was
Like 15 years ago.
freaked me out.
It was.
All I can say is you don't know what's in the dumpling. Don't eat them.
I love a dumpling.
Another pretty iconic starter is a chicken satay skewer. They will take a piece of chicken, put it on a skewer, grill it up in a kind of satay sauce, which is mostly peanuts.
Satay.
And they serve it to you there. We also have
How do we say that? I can't think
satay
now.
sauce for
Sauté.
dipping as well.
Saute.
These are great. They're always like a little bit dry. I think that's
I
why
was going to say that
the
looks
sauce on
dry
the
to
side
me.
as well.
I was just going to say
Next, we have
Giant
the
soaked in
scallion
teriyaki.
pancake, which literally
that. Ooh,
looks
those
like
are
a
good. I had those in
little
the freezer.
pancake. I'm going to take it.
Right now.
Never had them.
Yeah, it's really tasty. I want to dip this in
From a
something,
Chinese
though.
restaurant.
I'm like getting the urge to dip.
When I think of a British Chinese takeaway, this might be one of the main dishes that comes to mind. These
What?
are sweet and sour chicken balls. So the sweet and sour
We
bit
have
actually
sweet and
just
sour
refers to
chicken.
the sauce that it's served with. It's basically just a piece of chicken, which is then battered and
What's
deep
that
fried.
sauce?
That's a sweet and sour sauce.
Why is it that color?
I don't know.
Now these vary in
Hold on. Why is your sweet and sour sauce the same color as the chicken? Ours is red.
Bright red.
Why do you have to add that in?
Because it's bright red.
Yeah, it is. It's like nuclear red. But that's weird. Ours is really sweet. I'm assuming your sauce is sweet, but ours is with rice.
Yeah, usually.
So we don't just get
It's like a dish. It's
We
not-
don't have our balls separately.
No,
We like to, don't we like to eat, you and I like to eat our balls
I do.
with rice.
And our balls come as the main meal.
And they're
Not
not
the
as large as your
appetizer.
balls. Our balls are smaller than your balls. They're not always ball shaped either. Sometimes they're,
No, we have sweet and sour chicken, not sweet and sour balls.
right? You know you missed this team.
With bright red sauce.
quality a lot from restaurant to restaurant. If chicken balls aren't your thing, then we also have the option of a prawn ball. Now, instead of a piece of chicken, they take an entire prawn, batter it, and deep fry it. Kind of like
What?
a tempura prawn,
I
but I think
want
a lot
that.
heavier on the batter. We've been locked in a
We just
debate
call that
here as
fried
to if
shrimp.
there's any difference between prawn and shrimp.
I've seen
It
like
seems
that.
like sometimes they're used interchangeably, but maybe they are actually different species. I don't know if, Nico, you have any thoughts on the differences between prawn and shrimp.
There is actually a difference
I
between
looked this
shrimp
up.
and prawns. It's not just linguistic. Shrimp are more common in the US and tend to be smaller with a
Yep.
more savory flavor when compared to prawns.
Charlie's
really?
saying that when he's had it in the past, it's been like a sort of prawn paste mashed up into a ball, whereas these ones are just whole prawns inside some batter.
That looks
So
good.
I feel like I've got
I
a
want
better
that.
deal here.
This is a fried wonton. It's so cute. It looks like a little flower.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good.
Those are
That
good.
is so good and crunchy.
Next up, I did want to take a look at British wontons. I know you can
Look
get
the
these in
same.
America, but I thought there might be some differences. So these ones are not crispy. These are steamed. Pretty
Oh,
tasty.
weird.
Not something that I would commonly order.
But when
Moving on,
steamed-
we have the crab rangoons. These are
My favorite.
love
My
them.
favorite.
a meme now for some reason. I don't know
Mhm.
why these have like a spike in popularity, just like in general. But this
Because
is
they're
what they
so
look
good.
like.
They're
Kind
amazing.
of similar to a wonton, but bigger. Let's crack this
Mhm.
bad boy open.
They're so good.
Oh.
You guys don't have those? So some places will have just cream cheese, right? And it's gross.
Mhm.
And some places have it the right way, which is crab and a little cream cheese.
Mhm. Nice mixture.
They're yummy. If you don't have
Boy,
those, I feel bad for you.
The filling is just crab and cream cheese.
But they're amazing.
I get it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I get why it's so popular.
Those are good.
This is a
Yeah.
banger. When you talk about your beige food, Mount Rushmore,
is
this has got to be up there. This is sesame prawn toast. You have 4
What?
beige foods immortalized forever in
That is,
Toast.
stone. Now,
that
if you
is
order a full English breakfast in the UK, you're likely to find some
Toast.
fried bread on there. Basically, what Chinese restaurants in the UK have done is elevate fried bread by putting a layer of prawn paste in the middle and then
What?
topping it with loads of sesame seeds.
no. I'm sorry.
These
I don't
are
get behind that one.
delicious. I love these.
No.
No,
Moving
that's
on,
weird.
we have the spare ribs. I have to admit, I've never
Mhm.
had a spare rib. It's not something I've ever
What is
ordered.
wrong with this
Girl.
woman? She's weird.
These have bones. That's literally
Yes,
a
girl.
bone.
It's a rib.
I thought I ordered the boneless spare ribs, but I guess I ordered the spare ribs with the Peking duck sauce, and they look and smell amazing. So I am gonna
'Cause they
take a bite
are.
anyway. Yeah, that's literally so good. That is so
Mhm.
good. Why don't I
It's a little
order
sweet.
ribs? That's so yummy.
Now, I was shocked when I saw these as an exclusive in this episode, but our next one is prawn crackers. These are another thing that you'll see on pretty much every UK Chinese takeaway order. Even if you don't order them, often they'll
is
just
that?
throw you in a bag for free. They're just great for like mopping up bits of sauce or something. You can also dip them in the,
That's something edible?
Sweet and
Sorry, it looks
sour.
like a
Prawn
lid.
cracker.
and you kind of get
A
this
prawn
crackling.
cracker.
I'll try it.
I really
Oh, it's very crunchy.
almost hope that we've made a mistake in this script and that you can, in fact, find these on Chinese takeout menus in the US. 'cause
We
they're
do?
great, and you guys are missing out. The last 2 items we wanted to talk about were chips. We have 2 versions here that you'll find on pretty much every British Chinese takeaway menu. We have regular chips and we have salt and pepper chips. As I'm sure some of you might know, British people don't tend to have the most adventurous
Trying to
palates
think.
in the
I
world.
guess
I've
we
never
do.
seen
Usually a lot of
fries or
demand for
chips.
I guess we
Same
do as
with
an
Indian restaurants
appetizer.
and Chinese
never seen 'em.
restaurants. Basically, they're just catering to the demand of the British public. Also, it's very common to pair your chips with curry sauce. So curry sauce in this sense, It probably has some
Maybe
of the
so.
similar flavorings that you would
Curry.
find in like a katsu curry type sauce. I would refer to this type of curry sauce as like chip shop curry sauce. And that kind of applies to whether it's Chinese takeaways or fish and chip shops. Then we
I just wouldn't think to get curry sauce from a Chinese restaurant.
I
think
agree.
I would have to go someplace else for this, including my chips.
also have the salt and pepper.
I think those are
cube. Now,
fries.
salt and
Those aren't
pepper
really chips.
seasoning is quite
Am I
common
right?
at Chinese restaurants in the UK. That refers to a seasoning
Those are
mix, which is
fries. Those
comprised
aren't
of
chips.
salt, white pepper, and Chinese five spice. They kind
Not
of take
thick
that,
enough.
base it around it. They'll make chips, cook them most of the way, and then finish them usually in a wok with some chili peppers, some onion, and some spring onion.
That's very
These
different.
are delicious.
Okay.
British Chinese takeout staple is a crispy aromatic duck pancake. Now, it sits somewhere kind of between
Sorry,
an
what?
appetizer and a main course, because, I mean, if you gave me enough of this, I would just eat that as my main. It can be kind of expensive, so I feel like some people just get a little bit to share. So it was neatly packaged for us, but it comes in a few different components. Obviously, we have the crispy aromatic
time.
duck itself. These little crispy bits of skin are amazing.
Do we have duck
the
at our
pancakes. We have hoisin sauce,
nothing.
and then you have your vegetables. In this case, we have some julienne cucumber and spring onion. I'll do a little demo assembly here. I feel like everyone's got different ways of assembling, so don't judge mine. Start with a pancake. Get as much of that crispy skin as possible.
You want to have
Some
that?
cuke, some
No, we don't.
sprunions. Hoisin is like
I
kind
mean, it
of a
looks good.
plum-based sauce, so it's nice and sweet. Works really well.
Love
with
to
the
try
savoury.
it.
I would try
Have some
it.
fun with it, you know? Beautiful. These are sensational. I've not actually had one of these in a while.
Next, let's talk about the exclusive soup options
Soup.
we have.
Oh,
this
the
is
soups.
vegetable bean curd soup. I should mention that
I
I
don't eat
never
'em.
order soup when I get Chinese takeout, but it's
I don't
obviously
either.
going to vary from person to person. Some people like a little soup appetizer. I'm
No,
not one of
I
those
like my food to
people,
be fried.
although I love soup in general. It mostly just smells like broccoli to me. It doesn't have a super strong flavor. I feel like the broth
Not
isn't
had it.
as rich as I wanted
You've
it
had
to
it
be,
or
but
not?
the tofu is really tasty. Next, we
vegetable
have the hot
bean
and
curd
sour.
soup.
I've
Haven't.
never had hot and sour soup before, so
have.
I
It's been a
am
long
interested
time.
to try it.
Mm.
This smells a lot like sweet and sour sauce, so I assume that that's what's in here. I'm seeing vegetables, what I think is tofu. It smells really good, so let's take a little slurp. The texture is not
Sorry.
my favorite. I think it's like
It's
got
soup.
the texture of a
Of
sauce
soup?
to me, so like sipping it like
What
a
is she
soup
talking
doesn't
about?
feel right.
We need
But
to
it
get on
does
this show and do
taste
this right.
It's
And
thicker
lastly,
than
we
a
have the
soup,
egg
so
drop
it's more
soup,
of a
which I
sauce.
feel like is a pretty popular soup when you're ordering Chinese
Egg drop
takeout
soup's
here.
very popular.
It
What we got
is
here
very
chicken and
popular.
sweet corn, which I think is kind
Don't
of like
like
the
it.
archetypal Chinese
Sweet
takeaway
corn.
soup here in the UK. I won't necessarily go out of my way to order one of these, although I do think they're pretty tasty. One thing to point out, though, is the texture of these, because if you're not used to it, it can
Oh,
really
no.
take you by surprise. There's something
Nope.
about a chicken and sweet corn soup.
Just
in
looking
particular
at
that's just
that.
so comforting.
We
No.
actually do have a corn and chicken soup here too.
We do?
I just don't think it's as popular as something
have
like a
not heard
hot
of
and
it.
sour soup.
In the UK, we have a lot of fried rice dishes. These probably could be ordered
We
as
do
your
too.
There
main
you
meal,
go.
but I would say in the UK, they're more traditionally ordered alongside a meat or a vegetable dish and kind of enjoyed together. We picked out a couple of options. Here is the house special fried rice, and then also we have the Singapore fried rice. I just
We
wanted to
don't have
find out what
Singapore
makes
fried
this
rice.
the house special fried rice, because usually it will include a variation of kind of things mixed in with it. There's little pieces of chicken, pork, and prawn in here, as well as some spring onions. The Singapore fried rice seems to actually have the same fillings. I'm seeing these
Why are they
little
different
tiny
colors?
shrimps in them, seeing bits of chicken and
I think
pork
one
as
has
well.
more soy sauce
I think this
in
is
it.
supposed to be a slightly spicier fried rice, so let me give this one a quick try.
Spicy's good.
For you, not me.
I think I'd
Not
eat that
like
one.
Overpoweringly hot, but definitely more of a chili kick to that one.
Moving on to our fried rice option, we only have one, and this is the Young Chow fried rice.
We have a
It's
ton of fried rice,
basically
lady.
made with a bunch of different protein options.
is she
Looking
talking
down
about?
That
right
does
now, I
not
just
look
see
like our
spare
fried
ribs,
rice.
I see
No.
chicken. I
What
see
is that red
shrimp.
crap?
Looks kind of good. I've never thought of eating.
looks
pork
nasty. That's-
I've
some
never seen
one
anything like
time
that in my life.
this.
I think it's
I would
pork
argue and say that fried
something.
rice in general is like a popular food here. I make it all the time. Like it's such an easy dish to make at home, and
Why
it's
do you have
definitely
one?
popular at Chinese takeout places. But for
The
some
chicken
reason,
fried rice,
we
shrimp
only
fried
have one
rice,
exclusive option
combo,
in this
all kinds of
particular
different ones.
location. I'm gonna try to get a bite with every single meat on it. Oh, there it is.
And ours usually has a little bit of carrot,
It is a very
celery, and
odd
egg in it.
Taste
the egg
when
is-
it's
and
3 different
sprouts.
meats at once, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty good.
Now, chow mein has to be one of the most popular dishes in the UK. I think surveys have actually placed it
Really?
as the #1 dish. It's pretty
Surprises
versatile.
me.
So usually, again, this would be an accompaniment to maybe like a meat dish as well, or you could kind of just eat this on its own. Personally, chicken chow mein is my favorite, and I think probably most Brits' favorite too, but you can
Chicken
also
chow
I've
mein's
never had
brilliant.
it.
vegetable or various
never had
other
it.
toppings.
Really?
Here we have
Nope.
the chicken chow mein. It's effectively just a stir-fried
Yes, I
noodle dish.
have.
Chow
Sorry.
mein definitely
Yes, I have.
is a thing
Yes, I
here.
have.
It just isn't a thing at this particular restaurant. I'm sorry. I have
Where
to
did you
repeat myself
go?
so much. Let's talk noodles. This is the pan-fried noodle. This is the lo mein. And
Oh,
this is
lo
the
mein,
Singapore mei fun.
That's yours.
Opening this up, I knew exactly what it smelled like. It smells like curry, so there has to be some sort of curry
Does
element
not have
in it.
curry in it.
Hers doesn't
It
have curry.
smells really good, so I think I'm going to take a bite.
Clearly, I think at this point, we've realized that this is very regional in the U.S., what Chinese places you go
Very
to.
much.
We don't have any Chinese around us that has curry in anything. I've never seen that on a Chinese menu in my life. Not around us.
No.
So this is in California, so they would.
That is true.
But yeah, interesting. We have a lot of fried
I love the
rices.
mei fun noodles because they're so thin.
They're good.
I've never
They're
had this
thin and
before.
light.
I
And
was
it
8
also
years.
looks like they use a smaller noodle than in either of these two dishes.
Because it's a
like
different
those
noodle, I
thin,
think.
is it like vermicelli noodles?
Even thinner.
Vermicelli noodles.
That's what that is.
my
No, that's what it
daughter's
is.
name.
Once you get past the
those are
rice
too
and the
filling.
noodle portions, the Chinese takeaway menus in the UK are usually categorized by protein. So you'll choose either chicken, pork, beef,
Same here.
or anything else, and then you kind of choose a sauce that goes with that. For example, we can get sweet and sour chicken, but you can also get sweet and sour pork and sweet and sour beef. From each protein
we?
category, we're going to
Yes.
show you a couple of either interesting or unique food items. Let's start with chicken. Here I have lemon chicken. This is another one of those that's probably going to be found on pretty much every Chinese takeaway menu in the UK. The sauce is pretty good though. It's lemony,
I'm like,
a little
no.
bit sweet, a little bit tart.
I just don't like
Then
lemon.
here we have the Kung Po chicken. You might also see this referred to as Kung Pao chicken with that A in the middle there, but it's the same dish. It's basically not too dissimilar to sweet and sour chicken that you might find on the menu at a UK Chinese takeout. It's these
Really?
dredged and fried pieces of chicken.
I'm not
with
a fan,
sweet
personally, of
and
it.
spicy sauce. Kung Pao chicken, I think, traditionally also would have some peanut in it.
In the US, it's exactly the
would
same.
have
Our
peanut.
menus are categorized by the protein type, but a lot of the dishes are really different. So you don't always get the same sauce for, say, a seafood dish as you would a chicken dish.
Correct.
Let's start with the chop suey, which I have never
Ugh.
had before.
I
I'm
went
very interested.
school in
You
grade
can get it
school.
with any protein. We got ours with chicken. And
Chicken
you-
Who orders that?
The chicken looks
Who orders
I
that?
have one.
Really?
I just
I
feel like
wanted
this
to
is
know
a
what it was.
surprisingly bland dish.
Yeah, it's
compared
very
to
bland.
a lot
It
of
is.
other chicken dishes I've had from Chinese
boring.
takeout. It's definitely
sounds
not my
fancy.
favorite. Moving on to the
You think that
sesame
sounds
chicken,
fancy?
This was
Chicken
like a
chop
fan
suey.
favorite.
Yeah.
I was told I
General
had to
Tso's?
get this. I'm not a sesame chicken,
Oh, sesame chicken's
orderer,
awesome.
but
I
my
haven't had that in
friends and
forever.
coworkers are.
Remember when I went through my sesame chicken phase?
Yep. That's good.
Yeah,
You don't have sesame chicken?
Next, we have orange chicken, which,
Not a fan,
as the
no.
name suggests, has orange
actually
in
good.
the sauce. And this particular place uses like the orange peel to like season the chicken. I've definitely had a lot of orange chicken.
And a little
in my
bit of
day,
pepper in there to give you a
particularally
kick.
the frozen kind from Trader
Hey,
Joe's.
that's the
So
same
it
one
is
I
pretty
eat.
popular.
It is.
It's
Wait,
not
that's
a
instead of
bitter
or-
sauce. It's
orange chicken?
definitely just
Yes.
like a sweet, tangy sauce, but it's very delicious. And last but not least, we have General Tso's chicken, which is my
Yeah,
personal
that's
favorite
popular
thing
as
to order from
crap
Chinese
over here.
takeout. You'll see it on a lot of Chinese restaurant menus here in the U.S., but it's
But only
not
here.
exactly authentic Chinese
think.
food. Shocker.
There's a
General
whole
Tso is a
documentary
real
about it
general from the Hunan province who
Netflix.
supposedly enjoyed eating a dish similar to General Tso's chicken, although this modern American version would probably be unrecognizable to him. The dish was actually created in the 1950s
No, it
by a
usually
chef named
happens.
Peng Chang Kuei. When he immigrated to New York in 1973, he altered his recipe to cater to the American palate.
Then we're on to the beef options. Now, firstly, I have to shout out what might be my favorite British Chinese
Szechuan beef?
takeaway dish, which is
Szechuan.
crispy shredded beef
No.
with chili. One thing I've got to say, talking a lot
That's
about
different.
textures and crispiness here, what you will often find from Chinese takeaways in the UK, they actually break a little hole in the plastic container. This
Why is
is
that?
probably the first thing that I'm ordering when I'm ordering a Chinese takeaway.
I don't
What
know
they do
one.
is they get these little slivers of beef, dredge them usually in something like corn flour, fry them up, and then toss them in this
That's
lovely,
interesting.
sweet and spicy chili
Huh.
sauce. I just love the variation you get. Like some of them will be slightly chewier, some of them will be crispier.
Sounds good.
Flavors are great. Next up, we have some Szechuan beef. Now, I really enjoyed hearing
Szechuan beef.
Saran talking about
We have that here
It's
too.
a Chinese
Szechuan
style
flavors?
of cooking with the peppercorn.
when we were doing the US versus China series. Go check that out. But I think Szechuan food tends to be pretty spicy. And they also use Szechuan peppercorns, which give you this kind of like numbing effect in your mouth. The beef here also isn't
Nice.
fried. It's more just like pieces of braised beef.
Don't we have
I'm kinda
Szechuan
intrigued
chicken
to,
too?
give this a try, although I'm worried about my spice tolerance. Yeah, it's pretty spicy. It's very tasty, very flavorful. And then finally, we got some beef in
Ours
black
you can
bean
order
sauce.
different
I'd say this
spice
is a pretty
levels.
common one as well. And this is one that you can also get in different meat varieties. So you can get this with the chicken, with the
What is
pork,
it?
anything else. Comes with loads of peppers as
Did he say?
well. Some chili in there, onions. It's a nice, like
Beef
very
and black
rich
bean
sauce.
sauce.
You don't have that.
That's really good. That with some rice. beautiful pairing. We'll often actually get this one. This is one of my favorites. I feel like I've said that about a lot of things. I think I just ordered too much Chinese takeaway.
There's a variety of beef dishes that you can get at Chinese food places here in America. Today, we got the mushu beef. So it's got cabbage, some mushrooms,
looks disgusting.
obviously the beef. Let's take a taste.
It looks like
It does look gross.
It's really, really tender and delicious.
Oh.
I
I've had
actually
mushu
really like
pork.
this.
Me too.
Seafood is also
That's
a pretty
good.
common option on UK Chinese takeaway menus. A lot of the options you will find have similar sauces to some of the beef or pork options, but there are also a few unique ones as well. Firstly, we have salt and pepper squid. You might remember these salt and pepper chips from earlier. It's basically crispy squid cooked in that same seasoning. Sometimes this might be found under appetizers. Today, they had it in their main section, so we're going with that. I love crispy squid. The way that they kind of like cut it with this crosshatch pattern, particularly in Chinese cuisine.
American palates would
really
say no.
Nice texture. It's not that chewy. It's really flavorful, not super fishy. Just to illustrate that sometimes the sauces are the same in different parts of the menu, this is the pepper and black bean sauce again, but this time with squid. Then we have a couple of prawn options as well. Here we have the king prawns in oyster sauce and king prawns with cashew nuts. While we have the prawn here in its unballed form,
Yeah.
let me get one of those out.
Squid bother you?
Nico, how does that look? Is that a prawn or
Prawns
a
are
shrimp?
much bigger than shrimp.
Or neither.
That looks
That
good.
prawn kind of looks shrimpy to me. It certainly does not look like a king prawn. That's not the king of the prawns. In the US, shrimp is definitely the most
so
popular
small.
seafood option when you get
Chinese food is tiny.
We have a couple of shrimp options here. The
You're not gonna
Szechuan
see the shrimp?
and a seafood delight, which has shrimp in
Oh, that's
it,
very popular.
and I'm guessing other delightful sea creatures. That's just shrimp. Is that what is delightful, or do they mean delight is like you get a bunch of veggies with it?
It's usually shrimp and crab and
shrimp.
maybe
It
a scallop.
smells as spicy as I think it's gonna be. This is probably the biggest shrimp I've seen today.
I've never seen one that big here. Is she eating it?
I swear
Yeah.
I've eaten with a fork before. Oh no, it's tail on. It's spicy, not as
Yeah, I was
spicy
wondering why
as
she
I
was
thought it
eating
was
that
gonna
tail.
be, but I'm sure the more you eat it, the spicier it gets. But that sauce is really, really good, and the shrimp is awesome. Another item you'll see in a lot of Chinese restaurants in the US is egg foo young. It's an omelet made with vegetables, a protein.
One of Natasha's favorites.
This was my dad's favorite. What you're about to see. You guys have got to have this. I know Australia has a version of this with a different name, but egg foo young you can get. Pork is the one I always get. I hope she says pork. I hope it does look nasty though. But it was my dad's favorite, and as a kid, it was like the first Chinese food I ever had. I still love it, like Debbie said.
It is good.
It doesn't love me. I know what I'm getting tomorrow after. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. It's been like 2 years since I've had Chinese food.
That's smart. You'll be going
Mm-hmm.
right in the area to have a
and
good
a
one.
stir fry sauce.
Show me.
Still there.
This
Yes.
is a big omelet. It smells really good. It
Where's the
doesn't just smell
gravy?
like egg.
I know,
It's
she's
Put
not
the
eating
gravy
it right.
on.
good stuff.
What is
It
she
needs
doing?
A lot more salt, actually. I
You put
wonder if we're
gravy on
supposed
it
to,
and
like,
then
add
put it on
sauce
rice.
or Something
Oh,
on top.
yeah,
I think
sauce.
we're actually supposed to add this gravy.
There she
to it,
goes.
So
Thank you.
Let me add that and see if it helps.
I was getting
with
mad.
the
Was that
salt
pork, did she
factor.
say?
This
I didn't
feels
hear.
very UK core right now. Me pouring this gravy all over food.
Put it on some rice, girl.
Better?
It's not saying which meat
Still
it is.
not great. I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, egg foo young
Well,
was
then you're
interesting,
weird.
but I'm not sure British people would really be going in and kind of ordering just an omelette from a Chinese
No,
takeaway.
but it's not an omelet. Hold up. I'm here to write this wrong. It has pork in it, or you can get chicken too. I think I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
beef.
Yep.
But there's meat in there too with the egg part.
Egg and vegetables.
Yeah, there's a lot less egg in there than there is the veggies and a lot more meat. You guys would love that. I know you would. Hey, I know this. Trust me, you would like it. Come visit me. I'll take you out.
It is good. First time I had it with her.
Wait, you never had it till me?
Correct.
Really?
Yeah. I was a little taken back
Because
by
it looks kind of
an
gross.
egg omelet-y thing with gravy on it, but it was actually really good.
Because it's awesome.
I'm not sure how well that would take off over here. It's
You'd
time
love
for
it. You'd love it.
sauce talk.
If there was ever a time to do sauce talk, it's now.
So in front of me here, I have all the sauces that were on offer at the restaurant we ordered from. I'm going to go through them now, explain what they are, what they might be paired with, and give them a try. We'll start with a slightly infamous one. It's British curry sauce. The British went around the world, took spices from everybody, and this is somehow the only thing that we came up with. Brits love curry sauce, or at least this.
You guys
iteration
really
of
do
curry
love the
sauce.
curry. I can't
There's
imagine
definitely
curry.
like some heat there,
with Chinese.
not a lot. It's quite a gentle
I bet you can't imagine
spice
without it.
flavor. There's something about the texture that is just really satisfying. That
Really?
gloopy, like cornstarchy texture.
I
Goes
can't-
excellently with
I
chicken
can't
balls.
imagine that.
You'll often see Brits drizzling this onto chips. Chips and curry sauce is a big thing in the UK. Or you'll just see it
I don't think
drizzled
I knew
across
that.
your entire
Oh yeah, I want
succulent
to try that.
Chinese meal.
Wanna try it with
Also,
me?
Joe really loved that
Yeah.
when we did our fish and chip shop food tours episode. It's not just the
What?
Brits who can enjoy it. Then we have
They did that
another
episode?
iconic UK Chinese takeout sauce, which is sweet and sour. Depending on where you get it from, the color again will vary. It's a pretty well balanced
weird
one.
that it's
the
not
first thing
bright
that
red.
hits your tongue is the sour, then it pretty quickly mellows out.
Ours is just
Ours
sweet
is
sauce. It's
very
not
sweet.
sour.
This is kind of intended to be
pineapple-y.
paired with the chicken.
Why do they call ours sweet and sour chicken? It's just sweet. There's nothing sour about our sweet and
don't
sour
know.
chicken. I just realized that.
Occasionally it's got a kick of sour, but not. You're right, not
I've
very
never
often.
tasted sour.
Not very often.
That would be why your stuff isn't bright red. Ours is just sweet sauce.
Yeah, it's more like I said, pineapple.
Chicken
Yeah.
balls or prawn balls or
Prawn
something else
balls?
like that. But I do think a lot of Brits will just kind of coat their entire meal in it. While we're on the subject of these iconic sauces, I also have to shout out the polystyrene cups. I think Americans might call that styrofoam, but these are really iconic. This is the standard delivery vessel.
We don't have
for your
those anymore,
sauces.
really.
The restaurant that we ordered from had two chili options. Firstly, we have sweet chili. Brits love sweet chili. This is on
Sweet
the
chili
menu
is
at a
great.
lot
It's not that
of
popular here,
restaurants.
but it should be.
And then
I
the
like
next one we have is chili oil. I'd say this one
What
isn't super commonly
is
found
that?
on like UK Chinese takeout menus. Next up, we have the black bean sauce. Now, this is the same sauce that you might have seen in some of the dishes earlier.
this
Then we
is
have two
very
more
different.
sauces. First up,
Very
we have
different.
hoisin sauce. Now, this is most commonly
We don't
paired
have
with
that
the
here.
crispy
Yeah, we do.
duck that you'll find on UK Chinese
At-
takeout.
Chinese?
What is it? No, not a Chinese. We've used that
Okay.
for other. You and I
For other
you've
things,
cooked
yeah.
it. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, that's definitely not Chinese. I didn't expect that. though.
Menus. It's a very thick, dark brown sauce.
That's good
Again,
stuff.
Loopy sauces, we love it. I think the main ingredient in hoisin sauce, or one of the main ingredients, is plum. So you get this real sweetness. from
Why
it,
don't we
which
have that at
works
Chinese? That'd
very
be
well
great.
with the savory.
I'm jealous of that one.
And other things on the menu. And then finally, we have barbecue sauce. Now, I was a little bit confused when I saw this on the menu
What?
because barbecue sauce in the kind of Western sense, so like a Texas barbecue sauce, for example,
Like
does not look
American
like this.
sense?
And I think that's what I was expecting. But I think what's actually been delivered is much more of a Chinese-style barbecue sauce.
Looks
What this one
thin.
makes me think of is more when you eat like a char siu pork bun, for example. Because while it is barbecue-y,
We have pork
it's
buns.
still
here.
got some sweetness to it.
Have you
There's
had a
Chinese
pork
five
bun?
spice in here.
I've not.
But if
I've
you're
seen them,
expecting
though.
like Heinz barbecue sauce, that's not it. I
Heinz
think
is
out of
not
all of these
barbecue
ones, the one I
sauce.
will reach for the most will be the sweet and sour sauce. It's because I'll almost always order the chicken balls when I'm making a Chinese takeout order in the UK, and one of these will come with it. Yeah, I think in the UK it's kind of just the definitive sauce, closely followed by curry.
I think that's one of the biggest differences between Chinese takeout in the US and the UK.
We don't use much
Our
sauce,
takeout comes
really.
with the sauce already incorporated for the most part. You do get a mix, though, of tiny little sauce packets.
Yes,
like
you
this.
do.
So
We
we've
can go
got
pull
all
20 of
the
those out of the
packets.
cabinet.
duck sauce, which is so good. It's kind of
Duck
Duck
sauce is
sauce, the best.
We have mustard usually, which I'm not seeing here, but you do
Spicy.
get mustard
Yes.
and hot sauce. I'm pretty sure.
Our spicy mustard from the Chinese, like she's showing you, tastes similar to
Very
Coleman's
similar.
mustard.
Very similar.
There are more, but that's just what we have right
And there's
now.
our bright red sauce.
And then we have a couple little cups of, this looks like
Yeah.
a paste. I think that this is a little tiny container of oyster sauce. And this is just a little container
Soy
of
sauce?
extra soy sauce, probably for dipping. If you do not have a drawer full of these sauces, I don't know what
Exactly.
you're doing. I feel like everybody has that drawer in their house
Yes,
that's
we do.
filled with random sauce
I throw them away
packets like
all
this.
the time.
Now that we've covered every item individually, what I wanted to do was show you my ideal plate of British Chinese takeaway food. You might have seen these on TikTok or elsewhere, as these kind of broke the
I don't watch TikTok, so I don't know what he's talking about.
internet a while ago, but I'm going to show you my version. We need some chow mein. The amount of carbs that might end up on this plate could be alarming to some,
Always.
because we're going to go
It's
noodles.
Chinese. That's the way
Also going to go
it is.
rice.
And rice.
You know we're going to get the salt and pepper chips.
Oh,
involved.
no, I
Then
don't eat all
want
that.
A healthy portion of my crispy chili beef. I'm going to want some seaweed on here.
That's a
Some of this
crap ton of
prawn
food.
Toast. Definitely a couple of spring rolls. And, of course, our prawn crackers as well. So generally
okay.
speaking, this is a pretty normal plate of Chinese takeaway food for a British person. But we're not done there. The final step, of course, is to add our sauces. Yes, that's sauce.
Hold the heck up. No,
That's-
dude, we don't eat like that over here. And you'd think we would.
Well, who knows what this
No.
girl's going to tell us next, but
She ain't gonna eat that much food. I eat one little like plate full of chicken fried rice. And then like 1 or 2 crab rangoons. There's a lot of bugs in this room right now. Sorry. That's all
you
mine.
do. I mean, I do hit up the buffets, so.
God, Debbie has a whole secret
My
life.
plate does not look like that.
This is plural because we're going to be
You have,
adding
like,
both
20
the
plates
curry
like that.
sauce
No, I don't.
and the sweet and sour sauce to this.
Curry
And
sauce is
honestly,
blowing my
I'm not
mind.
discriminating
What?
Here. This is going pretty much on the entire meal. And of course, our sweet and sour sauce.
Wait, both
Yeah.
sauces?
Okay.
Love it or hate it, that is your typical plate of British Chinese takeaway food. I think I've done a pretty good job there. British people, please
I'll
feel free
try
to
it,
agree
but
or
I'm
disagree with me
not
in the
sure I'd
comments.
like that.
Nico, I've got to hear your thoughts about this. Would you eat this?
Let me stop you right
She's
there.
gonna say no.
Why do you guys sauce the whole plate? Like,
Right.
doesn't the whole
That's
thing
weird.
just then taste like that sauce? You want
Exactly.
everything to taste exactly like that sauce?
Bone ap the teeth.
Now let's make up an American plate of Chinese takeout with a
Don't make
bunch
it weird.
of staple foods that I think are pretty nationally beloved, I would say.
Lady,
Let's
we put
start
one thing
with
on
our
a plate and that's it.
sides,
And
our
then,
little
yeah.
appetizers.
Grab
So
Rangoon.
we'd probably throw a couple
Glad-
of wontons on there. I'd
She has her
also do
Coke
some
there.
type of roll. I would usually do an egg roll, but all we've got left are spring rolls. Next, you'd have your rice. I prefer white
Not
rice.
wrong so
I
far.
just think it's really easy to pair with any sort of entree.
No, what is
Okay,
she
I wouldn't
doing?
normally eat the
That's
full
too much.
container.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep it on the plate. We gotta get some chicken. You definitely need a side of veg, so we're gonna do broccoli because I
We
feel
don't
like
say
I
veg.
just
What is she
got
trying to be
noodles.
British?
every single Chinese restaurant, they have broccoli on the side. If you
Absolutely.
ignore the huge mountain of white rice, I think
Yeah,
this
that's
looks
too much.
pretty
You don't need so much
appetizing.
rice.
The
Cut that in
last
half.
thing I would add to this plate is probably some lo mein. So let's do that. I didn't mention these before, but these little fried,
I hate those
I
things.
think they're fried noodle pieces. They come with soups, so you can just throw them in your soup, have them with your soup.
Why do you have them out
They're
right
just
now?
good to snack on. I think this looks
We're
like a
mean to
pretty
her. I'm mean to
appetizing
her.
plate. This is
You are
probably the
too.
point where folks in the UK would douse their plate in sauce.
We don't usually put
I
much
would
of
do things
anything
a
on
little
there.
differently. I really like dipping egg rolls into the duck sauce,
Mhm.
which is this one. It's
I don't
so
use any
good.
sauce.
So just a
And
little
some
bit
people
of
put
that
sauce, I
on your
think,
egg
over
roll.
their rice and
Spring
stuff.
roll.
I
So
salt
we
my
have
food,
our
which is
white
like the worst thing to do with
our
Chinese food.
wontons, our
Right?
fried noodles,
I
some
salt my salt.
spring rolls, a side of broccoli, sesame chicken, and the lo mein, which I think this kind of sums up what a typical order from a Chinese food place would look like here
It's
in
not-
America.
I wouldn't disagree with her on
If
that.
it doesn't look like what you would order,
Except way too much rice.
sorry, babe. I don't know what to tell you.
In the UK, when we order food to be delivered, we say we're ordering a takeaway rather than ordering takeout. Also in the UK, we tend not to bother adding the words food or takeaway to the type of food we're eating. For example, if we're ordering Chinese takeout, most Brits will just say that we're having a Chinese. Same applies for maybe Indian food when you have an Indian or even a full English breakfast.
In the US, we
That
call
sounds
it
weird. I'm gonna have
Hey,
a try.
Debbie, you want to hang out tonight and we can have an Indian?
Oh, I was thinking I'll have a Chinese.
takeout. They obviously both mean the same thing, but that's just our preferred way of saying it. We also say Chinese food or Chinese takeout rather than just a Chinese.
We also wanted to look at how each country packages its food. In the UK, you might find your Chinese food in
Here's something about for fish and chips. I'm gonna say I'm having a British,
Right?
an English.
Let's go have a full
I'm gonna stop
English.
talking.
one of these foil boxes with a paper lid. The other most common form of packaging
Yeah, those.
is one of these clear plastic tubs.
Yeah,
And
same
then
one
finally
here.
for your
Sometimes.
appetizer options, such as some spring rolls, which we've got here, they generally will just come in a paper bag.
So
I've
the
always
far
seen
this
those
looks like the
folded
same as
cardboard
ours.
boxes in American TV shows, and they do look pretty cool, I have to say.
Well,
Also,
this
they
yeah.
are.
Little
The
takeout
rice.
boxes
See?
are something that I feel like
And I love those little boxes, but I hate the metal on them because you
'Cause you
can't
can't
put them
microwave
in the microwave.
we see a lot maybe in
You guys don't have
India
those?
and
Hold
some
on, I just
others.
got that. They don't have
Yes.
those there?
Did you see them there? No.
Stop
And
it.
he just talked about that.
I totally was somewhere else in my head. I heard him, but it didn't
It didn't click.
compute.
Yeah.
What?
I love our little Chinese boxes. I, mean,
I will
that's how
send you
know.
guys some. Oh my gosh, those things are awesome.
Yeah, that's how you know you're having Chinese because you got the little boxes.
Chinese food, but they're not super common. Mostly the food
Yes,
comes
they
in these
are.
kinds of containers, which is like a black Tupperware with a clear top. These are usually reserved for the rice. Maybe the lo mein, but it's not
But if you get
reserved
like
for,
chicken fried rice, just a
all
fried
of
rice,
food
the whole thing will be in there.
options. These
Mhm.
boxes were actually
I know
inspired by
this.
That was
Japanese origami.
some
Frederick
restaurants, I
Leeds
think.
Really?
Wilcox was the first person
Japanese
to
origami
introduce a
inspired by it.
paper pail box in the 19th century to carry raw oysters. He created a
cool.
patent for it and called it a paper pail, which it basically is. It's like a cute little pail.
Mhm.
These are awesome. Oh, I don't want to talk about this.
In the UK and the US, portion sizes and menu items
They
will
look the
vary slightly
same.
depending on the different restaurants that you go
Seem to be.
But we did want to compare a couple of standard menu items in the US and the UK to see who might be getting bigger portions. One iconic appetizer from a Chinese takeaway in the UK is the spring roll. The restaurant that we ordered from serves these in a portion size of 6.
In
a
the
lot.
US, spring rolls are made
We
a
don't get
little
that
bit
many.
differently. They're made with rice paper and they have thinly sliced.
I did that wrong again.
I don't know what you. How do you do it? Show me. I looked over at the. Debbie, you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
Stop flicking off. Stop. Debbie.
Oh. It's been a minute.
It hasn't
Sorry.
been that long.
We have to. 2 spring rolls. I'm going to start doing 2 this way.
She meant this. 2.
2.
I looked over like in half a second and saw those fingers and I thought they looked the wrong way.
Moving on.
Vegetables on the inside. This particular Chinese restaurant only gave us 2, but I have
It's
ordered
common.
from some places that give you more. It just
Like
depends on where
3?
you order from. We
Maybe.
do have egg rolls, which are kind of similar to the UK.
1?
These come in only one size as far as I know, but
Are
depending
you guys
on what
eating more
place
than
you
us
order
on
from,
one
they could be,
thing,
like,
finally?
A little bit bigger, a little bit smaller than
That looks
this.
like a burrito.
My local place, they're actually a little bit bigger than this size.
In the UK, our
That's
egg
pretty
fried
big.
rice only came in one size. I don't want to weigh
Oh,
this
no, we have some big sizes.
outside of the box, so I'm just going to weigh it in the box.
This is a mountain. All of this
God, it
rice
looks good.
just came out of this tiny little container. So this is what our fried rice looks like. At this particular restaurant, they only had one size of this fried rice,
Weird.
but I have seen places do small and large sizes.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, let's weigh this
More
mountain
standard.
Lunch
of
and
rice.
dinner size usually.
It's like just maxed out the
Ours
scales.
even more.
That's a lot of rice.
Yeah, I figured.
We do have chicken included in that, just letting you know.
We would
And
share
did
that,
make the
though.
weight beforehand, so
It's definitely
that's
2
not
meals.
part of this
Or,
weight.
or that.
2
The
people,
restaurant that we
2
ordered from had
portions.
chow mein in 2 different sizes, regular and large. Although the large was only available with certain varieties. So
It's a
this is
lot
a
bigger
chicken
than-
chow mein regular size, and this is their house special chow mein in a large size.
We do have chow mein here in America, but we didn't have it at this particular
It's not very
restaurant.
popular.
We do have pan-fried noodles, which I think are similar-ish, so we're gonna weigh these.
Although I feel like it might once again be slightly too heavy for the
Dang,
scales.
America.
Moving on to sweet and sour chicken, that is like a tried and true classic with takeout.
Yeah,
I
not
think
balls.
that I'm supposed to sauce it myself, which isn't the norm for me. In my experience getting
Say not
Chinese
balls.
takeout,
Kinda?
everything is already like sauced.
I mean, it depends. Are your balls
kinda looks like a
really
ball.
ball-like, or are they kind of not so ball?
Or are they piece-like?
But you can see that super red sauce we were talking about right
Mhm.
next to her there.
You don't need to add anything.
color of
This
sweater.
time they came without
See?
There you
sauce,
go.
See?
so we're just gonna add it ourselves.
That's not
In the
normal.
UK, our sweet and
Something that
sour
color.
chicken came in one size. In the UK, this consists of little fried pieces of chicken, peppers, onions, and also pineapple.
I'm getting word that I think I was supposed to dip the individual pieces into sauce
No, you
and
did it
eat
right.
it like that.
Put
I've
rice
never
on it, though.
ordered this. I just know it's a common takeout item here, but I already poured the sauce all over it. So let's just weigh it and see how much it is.
Well, without the sauce, it would have been less.
Yeah,
so.
that's her extra sauce she put on there.
As we mentioned before, each Chinese restaurant is unique as to how they prepare and cook their food, so it's kind of impossible to know exactly what's going into each dish.
I thought
The
that said
first Chinese
creature.
restaurants to appear in the UK were called eating houses. They would serve
Eating
Chinese
houses.
sailors who would dock in
It's called
British
an eating
ports.
house.
This goes as far back
Eating
as the
house?
19th century
Eating
when
house.
Hong Kong was part of the British Empire. Notable locations for this included Limehouse, which is part of the East End of London, and was actually where the original Chinatown was. The East End of London was particularly hit by bombing raids in the Second World War, which caused Chinatown to relocate to Soho, where it is today. The first
really?
recorded Cantonese restaurant in London was a place called Cathay, and it was opened in 1908. It was opened by a former ship's chef, a guy called Chung Koon.
Ship
It was
chef.
Chung Koon's son who
Ship
opened
say
a restaurant
that.
in Bayswater decades later,
chef.
which
Ship
might
chef,
have been the
ship
kind
chef.
of origin of the Chinese takeaway in London. Apparently, the food was so popular that if customers couldn't get a table, they would simply ask for the food to go. Chung Koon's restaurant Maxim had a very popular dish consisting of pork in a sweet and sour sauce called jia jiao. While the origins of the dish are specifically Cantonese, it just became known as Chinese food to Britons.
The first known Chinese restaurant in the US was called Canton and opened in 1849 in San Francisco. The 1850s saw the appeal of the gold rush, so to escape worse conditions in China, there was a flood of Chinese immigrants in this time. Restaurants began popping up to feed Chinese workers who missed their cuisine from home, modifying their favorite dishes using ingredients that they could find in the US.
And God bless
in
them for bringing it
1882,
here.
the Chinese
Heck
Exclusion
yeah.
Act forbade Chinese immigrants from coming to America. An exception was made for restaurateurs who could apply for merchant visas, which saw a boom in Chinese restaurants opening up in the 1910s. Any new restaurants that opened had to be considered high grade to be within the 1882 Act, so the owners lavishly decorated the restaurants, and by 1943, the act was revoked.
Chinese food increased in popularity in the UK during and after World War II. Recipes for Chinese cakes, as well as other simple Chinese recipes, were introduced to Brits by the BBC. And as some Brits returned from being stationed in the Far East, they brought back with them a taste for Chinese cuisine. An influx of Cantonese immigrants arriving from Hong Kong in the 1950s brought with it a wave of Chinese restaurants to the UK. These restaurants really blew up in popularity. The restaurants proved so popular, in fact, that Billy Butlin introduced chop suey and chips to the restaurant menus at his holiday camps. Today, there are a little over 7,000 Chinese restaurants up and down the UK.
According to a survey, Chinese food is the second most popular cuisine in the US, right behind pizza, as of June 2020.
I would have thought Mexican.
Lately, I would have thought that too.
I don't know.
Um,
Interesting.
I mean, both are popular.
Yeah, true.
23.
A 2001 poll said that Chinese food was British people's favorite foreign cuisine. This was
Not
backed up by
surprised.
another poll 20 years later, which said that
I would have thought Indian.
25% of Brits will still opt for Chinese as their favorite foreign cuisine.
That was different.
That was.
I hope I didn't have noises going on the whole time. That was clearly my microphone. That was not what I expected.
No, I can't believe you don't have the little containers over there.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Missing out.
Yeah, shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Curry sauce on Chinese food.
Yeah. Along with sweet and sour.
Just curry sauce in general on Chinese food, it seems really,
It is.
it's just different. It's very, very different. Maybe there is some, didn't they say there was in California or something?
Mm-hmm.
Or there was, I think I said that, but I don't.
I think it's starting to blend in here a tiny bit. At
Chinese places? Well, you would know,
A tiny
miss,
bit.
going there for the last year on your lunch breaks to buffets.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You admitted it. What else would I admit while you're here, Debbie?
So it is starting to creep in there.
Creep in?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's creeping.
okay. Hey guys, I have questions for you really quickly. In the comments, what's your favorite thing to get from the Chinese restaurant or takeaway?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Chinese? And what? And did you see anything on the U.S. menu you'd try? I try almost everything I saw though on the UK menu. You just want to try it out.
Everything except for that squid.
I was gonna say I would definitely try that.
Nope.
I want the fried prawn thing. That looked really good.
That was good.
I don't want the black bean sauce though. No, thank you. Keep
That
that.
seaweed stuff looked interesting. I would try
But he
it.
said it was cabbage. Did you hear that? Did you hear that part?
Yeah, but still, it'd be good to try.
Oh, I love that. That looked great. But that was fun to check out. And there's the containers. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Phew. Did not expect that.
Mm-hmm.
The
I'll
curry
say that
sauce.
they're going more to the plastic.
Still curry sauce. Hey, if you guys like this episode, and hey, Debbie's here, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be back by myself on Wednesday, and hopefully that's okay. Well, it's going to have to be. It is what it is. But you're popping back in. See? Still saying that?
Popping.
You're popping back in soon.
I'll be popping occasionally in here.
When she decides, when she hears food.
That's right.
She hears it.
If there's food,
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you so much. And hey, as always, please love like Jess.
and be as strong as Tyson. Bye.
Bye.